Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Fusion. In the last episode, we explored Sector 2 in order to find the source of vegetation clogging the main reactor silo on the main deck. And we also had a run-in with the SAX, where we actually had to do some sort of chase sequence with it. We had to actually run away from it. And we managed to get away, and we ran into the source of the vegetation, Notori. And we destroyed Notori and got the plasma beam. The plasma beam is a very powerful beam that just shreds enemies to smithereens. It pierces enemies and basically goes through multiple enemies at once. It's a really powerful beam. And in today's episode, we talked to the computer, and they told us that we need to go to Sector 5 because there's been an explosion in the data room in Sector 5. They actually finally found my favorite data room. And finally did something about it. Yeah, so the data room that we've used twice has now been destroyed. So we can't go back into it. And I'm going to go down the elevator while I'm shine sparking. Very briefly, but yeah, so the X-Parasites have finally found my favorite data room and destroyed it. There's not many data rooms left. So let's go and talk to the computer and find out what's going on. It's gotten worse. The damage seems to have been caused by a creature kept here by the researchers, who named it the Nightmare. Apparently, it is a biomechanical organism designed for military applications. It possesses uncommon power and can manipulate gravity. We must assume that it's become an ex-host. We have no choice. You must find it and defeat it. I can't confirm the location. Is your objective clear? Yes. This thing is out of control. Hurry before it destroys the entire station. Okay, so if you guys remember when we were in Sector 5 a couple times, and that eerie shadow kept flying in the background in that one room, well, that was the monster in question. The monster has been released, and now is running amok in Sector 5. We have to go and destroy it. But that's not the only thing he's done. He's destroyed a lot in the sector, and you'll notice that this is the beginning of the sector changing its makeup a lot. This room is a start to it. You'll see that there's cracked windows all over the place, and we need to actually fly back up to where that one pickup was. Now that we got a space jump, we can just fly right up to it. If you remember that, there was a wall right here, and if you also remember, in this room there was a speed booster block. You have to wait until you get to this point in the game where the Nightmare has destroyed this room in particular to knock down this wall and give you enough room to do a shine spark. So we're going to go ahead and do a shine spark real quick, and then bada bing bada boom. We've got ourselves another pickup. It's a power bomb expansion. We have to wait until this point in the game in order for it to actually to get that power up, because well, that wall was blocking its path, blocking the path for our speed booster for the longest time. And another good thing is he blew up this wall, so now we can just walk into here. And if you walk in here, this is no longer a SubZero area. The Nightmare's completely destroyed it and kind of submerged it in water. If you keep going farther down here, yeah, he's made this a water area. And if you noticed on the bottom of my screen here, the space pirates have gotten a new upgrade. They've turned into mermaids. Yeah, the space pirates have been infected by X-Parasites and turned them into mermaids. But if you also remember when we were here, this used to be a red door. We couldn't access it because, well, we couldn't unlock it. But now we can access it. Strange little fun fact. This door is inaccessible. Even if you, by any chance, pulled up a debug menu and made it so you can unlock level 4 doors, you can't open this. It is inaccessible until this point in the game. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But in this room, we need to actually put a power bomb here. You can probably tell there's something weird going on up here. We come up this way, go through here. This is our first section of seeing something like this. This is a tube between sectors. You can use this as a shortcut to go from Sector 5 to Sector 3, as this one indicates. We're now in Sector 3. Namely in Sector 3, this is the room where we had to do a shine spark up towards the upper portion of the room to get an energy tank, if you guys remember. But we can't go through there because we don't have a power up to get through that. But there's something in here though. If you blow this up here and shoot this thing, there's a power bomb expansion right here. I always thought this was weird when I was younger, when you're right here in this section to get this power up, because technically Samus is in space, like hanging on the edge of the station. And it always scared me that I was going to get drifted off into space. I don't know why I had such a fascination of Samus just getting out in space and just dying. I don't know. When I was a kid, I just was so scared I was going to die when I was in that area. But now we've gotten up to the upper portion of the data room, and you can actually see the damage. The data room is completely destroyed, as well as this hatch. You can't go through this hatch anymore. But you can go through this one, and this will lead to the upper portion of Sector 5 that we haven't explored yet. So, yeah, a lot of Sector 5 lost its SubZero areas. There are some SubZero areas in Sector 5 still, but the main hub of Sector 5 is no longer SubZero. Because the Nightmare is basically just flooded it. And it's no longer cold in here. I guess it just got warm. But we need to jump down here, and, well, unfortunately, we're sunk into water here. And there's a space pirate right here trying to fight me underwater. And if you couldn't tell, water is kind of hard to maneuver in. It's hard to maneuver in this, and you go slow. Your jumps are really delayed, and, you know, it takes a couple seconds just to jump. But if an X-Parasite infects a space pirate down here, it'll turn into that mermaid variant. Which I always thought was weird, because I don't think I've ever seen a space pirate in all the Metroid games I've played take a the Little Mermaid approach to things. I've never seen a mermaid variant of it, but we need to actually come through here. If you actually go through this door before we go too far, and you come up to this wall, I know it's just chugging, you'll notice there's a speed booster block here. Unfortunately, since we're underwater, we can't do that. We don't know what a speed booster is underwater. We're going slow. So we're going to have to find a way to do a speed booster underwater, or just drain this area, or one of the two. So we're going to come back to that room later. We need to head upwards this way. This place is going to lead to another space pirate mermaid. So we're going to jump up this way and finally be out of the water. Gosh. Can't do space jump, can't do any of my most latent abilities besides, you know, being able to shoot things in water. Water is just impeding a lot of things. But if you come down this way, you notice there's more water in my way here. There is a wall here that is blocked by another speed booster block. We can't go through here just yet. So I'm just showing you kind of where the dead ends are, so you know we're going on the right path here. We're going to shoot this wall up here and go this way. If we go in this way, there's another lone room with an item in it. You can tell by the map. And they spawned a red version of this enemy, and I get my red X. So we're going to bomb this here, and notice there's a power bomb block. Use a power bomb to destroy it, and we get another power bomb expansion. We're gonna, like I said before in the last episode, we're going to be getting a lot of power bomb expansions here for a while, because, well, we got most of the missile expansions. We might run into a couple, but we got most of them. Now, in this room up here, you'll notice that there's a save room. You can use this save room to save if you need to, because we've kind of ventured out a little bit. But before you go, we need to place a power bomb, because there's a wall over there that we need to investigate. And if we come up this way and place another power bomb, because there's an item in here, and notice there's a power bomb expansion right there. You're probably wondering, how do I get that? If you drop bombs down here, there's nothing that does it. This wall actually, this section right here is actually invisible. It looks like there's walls here, but it's actually an invisible path, and you can just walk through it. And there, that took me a couple minutes when I was a kid to figure that out. It took me doing this, just holding the A button, doing jumps, before I realized, oh, this area is clear. But anyways, we come in here, and there's a recharge room if you need it. I'm surprised there's a recharge room all the way out here, but I guess you really do need it. This boss we're about to fight, the Nightmare, is actually a really hard boss, and I know a lot of people that just hate this thing, and I don't blame them. When I was younger and I first played it, this boss killed me a couple times. I didn't like it either. But we're gonna clear out these enemies. Notice that this door is broke. We can't go through here. But if we jump up here, there's the boss door. So we're gonna go ahead and kill this eye thing and just go through here. Kill it with a plasma beam because we're done using missiles. But yeah, the door locks behind you, and there's an energy tank right here. I know you're tempted to just drop down and get it, but I'm going to be assured to you, if you do that, you're going to fall. Use a bomb up here, and then just come up this way, and then you can get your energy tank. So, yeah, as soon as you drop down here, you're just going to drop into the boss arena. Now, this is the boss arena. The boss arena is where Nightmare is at. This is Nightmare. This is a living nightmare of a boss. The Nightmare will shoot these beams out of his arm. His weak point is this little generator on his underbelly. You need to get close to him. I know you're going to take a little bit of hits with his arms, but you want to shoot his arms. Once you do attack it a couple times, he'll manipulate gravity and make it so it's like you're underwater. But if you shoot a couple times on his generator there, you'll explode and reveal his true form. This hideous, gross face. Yeah, you want to be able to attack his face on the ladders there. But the thing is, though, he'll just gradually get closer and closer to you. So be careful whenever you're doing that. And once he gets close enough to the wall, he'll just start spamming around the room a couple minutes until he gets in that area, and you can just rinse and repeat. Now keep attacking his face, and they'll start to get melty. The best little advice I could do whenever he gets close to you is just kind of lure him into the area you want, and then be able to jump over him. I know I'm kind of doing a really crap job doing that, because he's just... I hate this part. This part is the part that really bothers me. But if you do that and you just keep launching missiles at his face, eventually his face will melt away, and then if you keep doing that, you should be able to do enough damage to destroy him. And that's pretty much Nightmare in a nutshell. The only really thing I don't like about it is when he gets close to the wall and he starts flying all over the room randomly, and you kind of just have to lure him into the ways that you could jump over him. And there's no really real set path besides just luring him to the area to jump over, but to avoid damage. But if you have a lot of energy, you can probably tank those hits like I could, but I don't like when he does that. But other than that, he's a really fun boss, and I like Nightmare. He's got a really cool theme too. But after we destroy the Corex, we get the gravity suit. Move freely in water. So now we can actually move like we're on ground. And we get rid of this puke green color scheme for a favorable purple and cyan green color scheme, I guess. Yeah, I like this suit a lot better than the other one by so much. The gravity suit, as the name implies, not only increases your defense now because, well, it's a new suit, so now you'll be able to tank hits a little bit easier, but you can probably tell by just me in the water, I can move like I'm in normal speed in the water. I'm not hindered by it anymore. So we're going to go ahead and set up a speed booster here because, well, why not, right? As soon as we set up a speed booster, we can go right through it. And now we're going to backtrack just a couple bit because, well, there's a couple of things that we couldn't do because of water. So now that we got the gravity suit, everything should be hunky-dory right now. So we're going to go backtrack to the room where, right before this one. Not here, we're not gonna go through that just yet. But we're gonna go through the other room right here. I know I kind of, when I was talking about the nightmare, and when he was like flying around the room randomly, there is a pattern to it. You can jump over him. And I know I mentioned that before, but I did really such a bad job trying to replicate it. But yeah, you can essentially jump over him and kind of lead him into a loop area. But back in this room right here, if we jump up here, grab this ledge, and then keep flying over here and shoot a missile at the block right across from here, there is a missile block right there, and we can grab this and go through here. Now, in this room's a little bit of a trick. Do not put a power bomb here, and I'll show you why later. What you want to do is you want to get on this platform here and inch your way until the crumble blocks appear. As soon as the crumble blocks start appearing, jump over it. And keep doing that for the other ones. Don't just keep going willy-nilly roll that way. And there's an invisible wall right here, so you're going to jump right through it. And keep doing the same thing like I did. You're just going to inch through it like so, and then jump on here and grab your energy tank. Now, the reason why I said don't put a power bomb in here, because you can reveal where all the crumbly blocks are with a power bomb. But if you do so, that pipe comes up and blocks your path. So that's why you don't need to put a power bomb there, because as soon as you do that, it blocks your energy tank. So just be mindful of that whenever you're trying to do that. Yeah, you need to kind of find the crumbly blocks yourself. So anyways, we need to go back into the next objective we need to do is to go through this room here. And I kind of screwed up this because I need to set up a speed booster. This speed booster, we're going to actually kind of do something to get a power up real quick. We need to go, if I can kill all these X-parasites and all these enemies in my pathway, we come up this way and then set up a speed booster and go through here. Immediately go through here, put a speed booster. Go between these two walls and shine spark up. And there is a power bomb expansion just waiting for you right there. I know it's pretty easy to miss that, but yeah, you need to put a shine spark right here between these two walls, and then go shine spark up that way. But we need to go through here, and we head into Sector 4. We're in Sector 4 now. We need to just, speed booster block, or speed booster all the way through this wall right here. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, before we go that way, it might be best if we don't go that way just yet. The reason why is we need to go this, well, I can't do that, that's red door, never mind. I forgot there's a red door there. We're gonna just keep going this way. As soon as you go through this door, this is a kind of a path of no return for a little bit. So make sure you get everything that you need in Sector 5 for right now. As soon as you do so, we're in the aquatic area of Sector 4. Nice ambient aquatic area, kind of gives me, reminds me of the water levels from Donkey Kong Country a little bit. Because I used to play Donkey Kong Country on my Game Boy Advance before I played this game, and I loved that game a lot, and the water levels. This game reminds me a lot of that when I get to this section of the game. But while I'm doing that, there's a save room right here, and I think we're going to call it here for this episode. So we got the gravity suit from defeating Nightmare, and we headed back into Sector 4. We need to find a way back to the navigation room now that we destroyed Nightmare. So we're gonna do that in the next episode. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode.